Hi, I'm Ed from PIY and we're going to make a cheese pizza. So one of the biggest questions we get is if we should leave the dough out beforehand or can we take it out right before making pizza. Typically what we do is we bring it out just when we start to turn on the oven. That gives about a half-hour rise time. You could do it longer. What happens is if you do it longer, it's going to be very weak gluten structure and it could cause some holes in it. If it's colder, it's going to be a little stronger, so it's going to be easier to stretch without making any holes. Okay, now time to stretch out the dough. And we're going to use oil. We're not going to use flour because in a restaurant you can use a lot of flour and it's going to make a bit of a mess. You wear an apron, you're going to clean up the bench flour. That's fine, but at home we really can't do that. It's just going to make a big mess. So we're going to use oil. That's about 2 tablespoons. We very carefully take out the dough. Keep it in its shape. Try to keep it nice like that. Okay. This has some air bubbles, so get rid of that. I'm going to use some flour. It's going to get sticky for our hands. And we're going to start at the top. 3 fingers. All the way to the bottom. Just turn it. Don't need to go fast. 3 fingers. There. Turn it. 3 fingers. Pick it up. Turn it. Basically going from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock in reverse order. This is typical for if you're a righty. Leaving a little crust on the edge. We don't want to push in the middle too much because when we stretch it out, it's going to make holes there. So we'll go here, just press. Okay, now it's acting like a tack board. So it's helping it grow nice and round. Do it one more time. Now when we get to this point, now we can kind of go backhand because it's big enough, it's round enough to turn the corners. Now we want to do is make the crust and then we're going to pick it up on our hands. And it's going to be really easy. So we're going to put our hand here. I'm going to put this other hand here. I'll go slow. And we want to make sure we're not going to press it and create like a wall like that. We're going to make more like a pillowy crust. We're going to go here. Until it really just feels unnatural to keep going. Just stop, pick it up, turn it, keep that nice round shape. Do the same thing. Remember, don't pinch it. We're going to push it right there and create that crust. Usually about 3 or 4 times. Just establish that crust edge. Don't push too much in the middle. And a nice round shape. Look at that. Looks pretty good. Okay, now we've stretched out the dough as large as the cutting board. We're going to flour it one last time because we're going to pick it up. Rub it in. We're going to put our hand here. Kind of flip it over. We're just going to pick it up. And we're going to grab our knuckles on the opposite sides. And we're only going to move our right. Okay? And then you're going to move the left hand about a quarter turn. Right hand, quarter turn. And then don't move both. Most people pull both at the same time. Don't want to do that. Just pull with your right. Stretch it. Pull a quarter turn. Do a quarter turn. And again, just pull with your right. Same thing, quarter turn, pull with your right. And this looks pretty good right now. And make sure, just use your knuckles the whole time. No thumb. Most people do a thumbs up. That's the biggest problem. Or they have rings. You don't have to take them off. Just turn them backwards if you have a ring. Okay. I'm just going to leave this on my hand like that. Got the pizza peel. Got the parchment paper. This is going to make it really easy to put in the oven because that's pretty difficult. So now it's flour side down. And we're just going to go nice. Like that. Okay, just flip it. And then you just rearrange it. Now this pizza is about 15 inches. If you see, this one's a little bit short of that. That's no problem. We want to make we can always do it a little bit shorter, and we can make it a little bit bigger. So the way we're going to do that is we're gonna pick it up with your knuckles, okay? And then you're just gonna grab the thick edges and just go like that. Walk around. Just one time. Gravity will do it. Now you gotta put it back in your hands and then do a flip. And then everything, you can just adjust everything. As long as it's flour side down, it's just gonna slide all over and be really easy to adjust. Okay, now we got the pizza stretched out. We're going to put the sauce and the cheese. This is a plain cheese pizza. You get the sauce. It's easiest to take it out with a spoon. You can just put the whole thing. About 6 ounces of sauce. This is perfect for about a 15-inch pizza. You spread it all around, and you want to leave about a thumb width at the edge. What we like to use is a ladle. Just hold it like a pencil. Just put it right in the middle. Then you just keep making circles. Go slowly. You don't need to go fast. See how it just keeps pushing it out. And then when you get to this configuration, you just kind of fill in the blanks. Really take your time pushing it on the edges to get it, within that thumb's length. A lot of pizza places they have really strong white lines like that. It makes the pizza kind of dry. I prefer it a little more saucy. So what you do is then you just kind of draw lightly, kind of filling in those gaps like this. You can do it with the cheese. Now, literally, you can just dump this whole cheese on here and then reconfigure it. But I find the easiest way to do this is you take the dough container, you put it in there, and it gives you something to work with, and you just break it up. You can just take a couple handfuls, just spread it out. Okay, so then we're going to just spread out, use our hands, use both hands at the same time. Should be pretty simple. So what's going to happen is this crust is going to go up, and it's going to push all the cheese to the middle. So if there's a ton of red sauce like this, say like this, you're never going to get cheese there. So we like to push the cheese all the way to the edge. All right, so the pizza's dressed. The oven's been warm for 45 minutes. The steel is about 530 degrees. We're going to throw this in there. So we're going to show you how that's done and how easy it is with the parchment paper. And the pizza is going to cook in 7 minutes, which is identical to those high-powered gas ovens that are in those pizzerias. So let's go do it. So we got our laser temperature gun. The steel's about 530, and it's perfect temperature to cook pizza. All right, so we take the pizza peel, we just lay it on the edge, we go all the way to the back, and then we just give it a little shake. You see how it just falls off? And then we slowly take it out. And see how it covers all edges of the pizza steel? And this is the biggest pizza we can make at home. All right, the pizza's fully cooked. That was 7 minutes. We didn't rotate it. We just left it in there. And in order to get this out, you want to squeeze in between here in the paper. And then you want to shove it in fast. And pull it out. And do it again. And there you go. You can grab the paper. We just put it on a cookie rack to let it cool down. All right, we just got the pizza out of the oven. It took 7 minutes. So we let it cool in the cooling rack. It allows it not to sweat and be too moist and steamy at the bottom. So we use our tray. Now that the cheese has congealed a bit, make it solid, we can cut this open. So the easiest thing to do is actually turn the pizza when you cut it. So I'm gonna start right here. Use this thumb right here. You turn it. And there you go. There's your pizza. Enjoy.